Good afternoon, everybody. Carmichael here, and I want to just do a quick shout out and then tell you why and get your feedback. So my shout out is to a certain Mr. Hughesy. At the time of recording this video, he rides around on a 125 plates, and he is doing his full test. I think he's doing the A2 license. I'm assuming he's not old enough to do DAS, so I believe he's doing A2. I know he's doing it on a 500, so I guess it must be. He's just put up some videos about his Mod 1 practice, and that's not the one that I'm doing the shout out for, though it was a good video. So if you're doing your test, it's worth a look, get an idea of what's involved, or if you're considering doing your test and you're on a 125 at the minute. The reason I've done a shout out is done 2 or 3 now videos of things on the road, just an event. And you might say, well, lots of people do that. I do it myself in my random clippages, in amongst my random waffle. But he's doing them in a different way. He's not saying, look at what happened. He's not saying, look at this idiot. I mean, that is fun, isn't it? We have to say it is fun pointing up the look at these idiot clips. But it's, what do you think of this? The last one, he got a little bit of criticism, and I gave him a little bit of, well, I agreed with somebody who was giving him a little bit of constructive criticism. I agreed with Hepcat Harley. Basically, he was heading down the road. It was school kicking out time. There were people stood around, and a car pulled out in front of him, and he tooted and gesticulated as you do, and said, what do you think of this? And we said, basically, well, you could see there are a lot of people looking around, so the car driver probably couldn't see you. I said, you've got to not take that as necessarily a fault. The driver is at fault for pulling out in front of you. And I think it was Wakey Warrior was saying, think about it from the point of view of it doesn't matter who's at fault, because in the end it's only the motorbike rider that gets killed, not the driver. But the reason for doing the shout out is I just want to give him some kudos for having the bottle to do it, because we know YouTube can be a very harsh place. I've taken down a video because I got fed up of death threats and rape threats and all the rest. And here's Mr. Hughesy putting up a video and saying, please have a look at this, criticise them, criticise me. But his stated aim is to learn from it. And I think, that's what I was doing with the video I ended up taking down. And I think maybe we can all do that, because every potential near miss, bad encounter, whatever it might be, it's very, very rare that either one person was 100% at fault, or even when they are 100% at fault, let's say somebody does pull out in front of you and hit you or whatever it might be, and there's nothing you could have done about it. Well, I think it's good to think, was there something I could have done? Not necessarily to avoid the specific incident, but something I could have done to think about what could have happened, to plan ahead a bit better. Was I going a bit too quick? Was my road positioning as good as it could be? Did I put myself in a blind spot? Did I put myself in a position where I was hidden by objects? All these kind of things. I mean, I could whip past this car now, but because that car there couldn't see me, I won't do it. And you only learn those things by either making the mistakes, which can be painful or life-ending, or by seeing other people make those mistakes and learning from them. So kudos to Mr. Hughesy for putting that up and giving us all the opportunity to discuss it, hopefully in a sensible way. Anyway, that's my little shout out, so thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.